I wish all of it it wasn't good for anyone.
Right.
It was literally both of them like feeling like, nah, I'm not backing down.
Well, you mentioned Lil Wayne and Pusha T.
Yeah.
They had this discrepancy.
Yep.
Where was your stance on that?
My stance was I didn't want to see that go that way.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there was that didn't make me happy. I'd hate to see what him and Drake are going through or what they went through. I hated to see all of it, every bit of it.
Right.
It wasn't good. Drake's amazing, and Drake is all powerful, and he's so talented.
Like Pusha went too far. You think Pusha went too far?
You know, like Pusha didn't tell me because he knows I would have, stood in front of him as much as I could. But he's a different kind of person. He's a Taurus. You know what I'm saying? And Taurus people, I don't know if there's anybody out there right now, but
what month is that? October?
Taurus.
It's April. My daughter's a Taurus.
Right. So when you feel like a line is crossed and you take off the gloves, that's just where your brain is at. You know what I'm saying? Right. Whereas Drake is a Scorpio, and they never forget. And
what month is that?
That's in December.
Yeah, like it's just the worst combination of two people who are very pure and very loyal to the people that they love.
And it's crazy because you produced What Happened to That Boy with Pusha T, Birdman, and Wayne.
Yeah, I didn't want that, man. It still breaks my heart to this day because I would have loved to have heard those guys on a song together or heard a joint project together.
What, Pusha and Wayne or
Pusha and Drake?
Pusha and Drake.
I would have loved to have seen that. That'd have been
Drake singing and Pusha hitting the bars.
Whatever, and Drake rhyming. Drake got bars, bro.
Yeah,
Drake got. By the way, Pusha says Drake got bars. Yeah,
Drake definitely got bars.
When Drake makes something that's amazing, we talk about it all the time. When something's it's amazing.
Right.
It ain't that. It's just that Pusha's really.
Has that tarnished your relationship with Drake? Like, has it affected it in any way?
I mean, we've talked several times. I love Drake. I mean, even in the middle of all that stuff, like he said super nice and kind things to me on the DM and in public. Like, I don't think Drake doesn't. Neither one of them are into problems. They don't like it. Like, it's unnecessary. But they're both people who, like, when they feel like they're being pushed to a limit, they got to do what they got to do. No, it's all good. I wasn't happy about that. You know what I'm saying? And man, I talk to Pusha all the time. Like, he's really a good guy. It's just, in his mind, he just felt like when the gloves come off.
The gloves came off because he mentioned his girl, right?
That was a different kind of line. And by the way, and I'm sure it would have, if Drake had a girl and they were as serious, I'm sure Drake would have felt the same way. But again, it's like, that's the thing with rap. Like, there should be rules, but there's kind of no rules, and people will do and say anything. Man, the stuff that Biggie and Pac went through, and
is it true that
Drake
with the wives actually had an Adidas deal? Because I know you big in Adidas as well, right? Drake had an Adidas deal, and Pusha T got him up out of there.
He did have a deal there, but again, all of this was unbeknownst to me. Like, Drake told me that he had a situation there, but I didn't know that any of this would ever come up. And I would never. I didn't want to see this, man. I didn't want to see this.
Respect that.
I just think that there's two super talented guys that, man, black people, and especially black men, we haven't had it so easy in this country. And even in Canada, like, it's not been so easy for black men there. And when you think about where this country is going, like 71 million people did not like the turnout of this election. And they were all complicit and cool with a lot of the things that happened because they voted for it again. And I got to give my respect. Just as a citizen, I'm supposed to respect, the current administration because they are the leaders of the free world. I don't agree with a lot of things that they say. I don't agree with a lot of the policies. And a lot of that has come down on, on black males. And yes, you know, they have been, you know, reversing sentences and pardoning and doing all these things. I know Kim played a very integral part in that. But I don't give a fuck, man. We are an endangered species, black men, bro. So it's like when you see two people who are so fucking powerful and you see men that look like Drake die or be paralyzed with police bullets in their back, you know what I'm saying? Or you see black men that look like Pusha who die with police bullets, or die in general, just from the very dark forces of racism in this country. My only thing is to say, you guys are both living great lives. And sure, there's been some overstepping on both parts, I'll say. Man, like, we better than this, and we too zoomed in right now, bro. We need to zoom out. We need to zoom out and see the bigger picture. We're stronger together. And I've wanted to do that, but it's not something that I can do. I mean,
so a Drake and Pusha T record, you produce it?
What do you mean? I'd be so honored. I'd do whatever for that. I'd do whatever. I want that to be. I wish that did not exist. You know what I'm saying?
Even the diss didn't exist.
I wish all of it it wasn't good for anyone.
Right.
It was literally both of them like feeling like, nah, I'm not backing down. You know what I'm saying? Like, why should I back down? But it's like, nah, you guys are bigger than this issue. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Drake is arguably one of the biggest. No, he is the biggest artist right now. He's the biggest. You know what I'm saying? And Pusha is like one of those guys that like he continues to up his shit. Like lyrically, people know he's
one of the most respected. Right?
He's one of the most respected lyrically, and like by the way, he's consistent with what it is that he does. He just continues.
Right.
And it seems like he's getting better,
bro, and better and better. That would be the greatest thing for me. I mean, I didn't come on here to talk about that necessarily, but man,
nah, but this is hip hop. You gotta talk hip hop. Gotta talk hip hop.
We just so much bigger and better than that, man.
Nah, and we need your opinion too, because people don't get your opinion.
Yeah. Well, I stay quiet on all this. I try to stay out of shit, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.